I think that when you got to the end of season 6, I think that you've seen Sam undergo such a hugely kind of dramatic change, and it was essential that he had to go home to Hornhill before he got to the Citadel, because that was all about closure for him, and it really was all about facing those demons and having that showdown with his father, just to prove to himself how far he's come. I think since he saw his father last, he really has become a different man. He's stopped believing all the stuff that he was told about himself. He's grown and developed so much. He had to go back home in order to touch base on just how worthwhile and just how brave and just how proactive a character he's become in that time. And then to get to the Citadel, that's basically him going there and achieving everything he's always wanted to achieve. It's about him defying all the odds and ignoring people all his life who've told him that he's never going to amount to anything and he's never going to get to live the life he wants to live. He's got there, and he's finally got to a place where he's accepted and where his particular set of skills are valued for the first time. So I think if you take on where he's got to at the end of season 6, over the course of the last 6 seasons, and that kind of psychological and emotional and spiritual journey for him, with that ultimate success at the end of it, was such a kind of dramatic progress and dramatic development, and he's achieved so much that now he's achieved that, he can go on in future seasons and achieve so much more. Everything that he's thought was unachievable, he's managed to achieve. So from now on, he knows just how capable he is. And I think going in, you are going to see a lot more big moments from Sam. His ambitions, compared to everybody else's, really are quite modest. The fact that he had such a kind of hard life at home when he was growing up, and he had such a kind of hard life at Castle Black, because both of those environments seem to be environments that are quite kind of alien to him. He had a lot of love from his mother, and he had this friendship with Jon Snow, but apart from that, there's not been a lot of affection and a lot of warmth in his life. And I think that his ambitions for life are just to be loved by somebody and love somebody and have somebody to keep safe. That people who look up to Sam usually tend to be quite sensitive people, and people who quite often are prepared to see under the surface. People who make a hero of Sam are people who know that, strength and power and ability isn't always necessarily on the surface. A lot of people can possess great power and great capability that nobody ever physically sees. It's all about the inside. It's all about the spirit. And it's all about, the mental capacity and the heart and the soul of a character. So I think that people who have Sam as their favourite character, they're people who I really admire, because they don't necessarily deal with the surface and, physical prowess and archetypal hero. If you make a hero of Sam, you're somebody who can see beyond all that, and you can see the heart of a person and evaluate that to be just as important as anything on the outside. So basically, if Sam is your favourite character, then I think that you're ultimately a good person. Not to pressurise anybody who doesn't have Sam as their favourite character, of course, but I'm just saying that if you can see beyond that, and if you can see what Sam has got within him is worthwhile and admirable, then it says a lot about you as a person. So if Sam is your favourite character, then you can count yourself in amongst the good ones, I think. And thank you very much. It's very flattering that you think that.